Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Lockethebountyhunter.
Listen, if nobody has told you today, let me be the first, okay? You are single by choice. You are single because you want to be, not because you can't get anybody. You could, okay? You go outside right now, you ask 10 people if they want to take you on a date. At least one of them is bound to say yes. Because there are so many people who are desperate to be in relationships. But nobody's desperate to be single. I am. I'm desperate to be single. I go on dates and I tell people, I don't want marriage. I don't want kids.
Why even go out on dates if you don't even want to be with someone? So you're pretty much just kind of advertising that, yeah, I use people for foodie calls.
Yes, I do. I just don't want that right now. I just don't want to have to compromise my life. I don't want to have to compromise my routine. I don't want anyone disrupting what I got going on. I don't want to have to sleep next to some sweaty body at night and then them wake up and say, I slept like... I don't want to have to walk on eggshells because something in their life happened that was so traumatic like 20 years ago and they don't want to go to therapy to fix it. They're using me.
Emotional damage.
You know, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I don't see how you can be desperate for a husband and kids, but also be desperate to be single. I mean, those two things don't exactly go together. Now, we get it. You're so run...
Women.
through that it's left your brain scrambled to the point of pure bitterness. But you can't blame us for that. I mean, you said it yourself. You can go out there and get a phone number from any guy, but then that guy is somehow the evil one because Chad, Tyrone, Raphael, Marco, Gavin, Nigel, Pookie, Wyatt, Ray, Chang, Wang, Takeda, and Hardcore Honcho destroyed you emotionally. And it's interesting how you think it's totally fine to shame a man for having relationship trauma from a woman who legitimately hurt him, but the second a guy makes an innocuous comment that hurts your little fifis, then we need to be completely sensitive to the horrific trauma that you refuse to put in any effort into fixing, which perfectly explains why you're single there, sweetheart. And trust me, there was no choice in that matter. You can't...
Yeah, this is pure projection as everything that she was saying. It was like, damn, I think you're talking about yourself, girl?
Choose to be single when all of us chose to stay away from you first.
I don't want anybody weighing me down with their toxicity, okay? I don't want anyone to be jealous of me. I don't need another person trying to morph into me. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know, I'm desperate. I'm so desperate.
Is she dating trans people now or what?
To be single right now because I know when I look back on my life in like 30 years when I'm married with kids, I'm gonna be like, I miss being single. You know what I'm saying? I miss the days in my 20s when I was just living it up. So you're single because it's a choice. So enjoy it.
I must have missed 60 minutes. What are you saying?
What? Woman, no! Nobody knows what you're saying. You've pretty much told the entire planet that you're not willing to settle, despite the fact that you're desperate to have a man and a family in your life. And then you turn around and say once you finally meet that man who meets your impossible standards, impregnates you, and gives you quite literally everything you ever wanted, you're still planning on turning around and resenting him because you can't live out your life of being a drunken, selfish brat. There's so many contradictions here that it makes no sense at all.
I mean, that's women's lives are just a big bag of contradictions.
If you want to be single, then be my guest. It's your life to waste. But you'd think that if you're choosing to be single and not willing to settle for anything, then you wouldn't be so angry. I mean, look at you. You're practically grinding your teeth at the prospect of choosing to be single. And why? Well, that answer is fairly simple, sweetheart. It's because men don't want you. And not only do we not want you, we've made it clear that if we were the last two people on Earth and the survival of the human race depended on us breeding, we're pretty much gonna find contentment with letting the last remnants of our society get lost in the pages of history and sleep comfortably knowing that the next society is going to have the cleanest of possible slates.
If you look around, it's kind of beautiful.
Do you ever notice how it's always working moms and never working dads?
Yeah, because dads don't make videos about how hard it is to be a single dad, but women definitely make videos about it.
We always just say, oh, he's their dad. But mom always needs like a descriptor, a precursor. Yes. Well, is she a working mom or a stay-at-home mom? It's the same vibe as when famous people get asked in interviews. The women always get asked, well, how do you balance it all? How do you balance being a mom and a professional?
Because we know being a mom is hard.
Versus men are never asked that question. How do you balance being a father and a professional? Because it's just understood and accepted that men can work and also be parents. And people aren't questioning whether they're letting someone else raise their children. And people aren't questioning whether or not they're truly committed to being a father, or if they're selfish for going to the workforce. No one would ever say a man is selfish for working instead of staying home with his kids. He's not a working dad, he's just a dad. And once you see that double standard,
It's only a double standard because women are usually the ones that work, stay at home. The reason why they're asking now is just like, there used to be stay-at-home mothers and working mothers. They just need to know there's not very many stay-at-home fathers to even ask fathers. You stay at home, mother chucker?
once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You have had the frontal lobe of your brain removed and replaced with bubble wrap.
So not only are you trying to bash dads for literally no reason, you're also going to be taking away our double standards too, huh? Well, we're not going to let you do that. You see, you and your kind demanded those titles. You demanded the title of working mom because there's nothing more empowering than dropping your kids off at a government-funded indoctrination camp and working a job that makes you miserable for a company that couldn't care less about you.
I didn't even think about it. It is women that add these extra titles and things to their own motherhood.
And then coming home and ripping your husband a new one for doing the exact same thing as you, but not doing more of it. Meanwhile, the dad is expected to not only do his job to protect and provide for the family, but also do more of the mom's job because she's tired from all of that brave corporate work she's been doing. And if he complains even once, then he's a narcissist who doesn't appreciate the fact that you have to think every once in a while. And then to add insult to injury, if that dad is a stay-at-home dad, he's shamed for being a deadbeat who just leeches off the poor wife who has to be the breadwinner. And all the while, no matter the situation, you get to bash dads even though they're doing the best they can, and it's all for a title that nobody gives a crap about.
That's funny because it's so true.
Okay, what's the issue with dating right now? I feel like what I'm seeing is that no one follows through. And I know that this is something that me and my friends are all experiencing. It's gotten to the point where if a guy asks me on a date and then the date actually happens, I'm shocked. Like, the norm now, I feel like, is just nothing's actually gonna happen. Or like, you'll be texting someone, talking with them every couple of days. And it's hard because I feel like you have to show that you're interested in order for something to happen, but you also have to act like you don't care. And then nothing ends up happening because I do care and I want to go out and nothing happened.
That's not my problem. It's yours.
Well, that's the issue right there, sweetheart. Now, I know this is gonna come as a shock and all, but if you don't show genuine interest in a guy, then he's not going to be interested in you. And even then, it really doesn't matter because you're not even staying in your lane. If you started by going out with average dudes from within your league, then you would have been just fine, but that's not what's happening here. The dudes you want have no problem ghosting you. It's pretty easy for them because they're not all that interested in you in the first place. You're just a mild and easily replaceable convenience. And that's the world that you and your kind created. You muscled out the average dudes for no reason, and then you act shocked when Chad won't commit to you. But why should he? You're a dime a dozen, and he's got that many of you on speed dial on a slow night. And you can't blame us for the mess when you're the one who deemed us unworthy of you. And we've been actually meaning to thank you about that since you've shown your true colors and proved to us that you're not even worth the effort anymore. I'm sure we'll get around to doing that eventually.
Or a date is planned, but then they bail or they just ghost you and they don't follow through. I know everyone wants to be dating and like, I know everyone is victim to this. Like, everyone wants for things to work out, but then no one's like really putting in the effort for it to happen. And whenever,
who's no one? Like, the only effort that ever gets put in is men's efforts, right? Like, men are the only ones that seem to put in efforts in relationships and everything. We put in money, we put in time, we sacrifice time. We do all these extra things that I don't think women have ever really done.
whenever I see a girl with her boyfriend out and about, where'd you get that? Like, how did you do that? Peter!
She was probably nice and easy to deal with.
How are you doing that? Anyway, I'm just gonna keep trying, keep putting my best foot forward, but follow through is really lacking these days.
Really?
Woman, you have never taken the time to consider that the men you're going after don't exactly represent the entire population of men, right? I mean, that's
True.
why we call ourselves the proud members of the illustrious bottom 95% club. You can't take the outliers of the entire male population and then assume we're all like that. Most dudes, yeah, they'll text you, they'll follow through with plans, and they'll actually take you seriously. Well, to be fair, we would.
Locke, I don't know. Nowadays, so much men have just walked away. I don't even think he's gonna get that so easily nowadays.
That ship has long since sailed. You can't ignore us 1 minute, demonize us the next, and then accuse us of destroying everything after that. We're not taking the blame, and you don't have that kind of power. Come to think of it, you have no power in this situation. That's why you're endlessly whining in your car about how men won't commit to you. You're the one who broke everything and decided that there's no point in trying to fix it. Even if we did try to fix it, there's going to be parts that are discontinued. It's not going to get back together properly. And even if we did somehow manage to restore it to working condition, it's still not going to work right, and it'll all be just for nothing. So sorry, sister, this was the world you wanted, so this is exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, that checks out. That sounds about right.
Men think they know how to pick up girls. They don't. So I'm gonna tell you how to pick up girls. So take a seat, my little man. I want to be with the guy I want to be with. Not just because it was convenient, because he liked me, okay? So we need to trick the woman into thinking that they liked you first. So this is how we're gonna do it. The first time you meet them, do not get their number. If you know for sure you're gonna see them again, you have to be nonchalant. Next time you see them, you're gonna be nice and cool again. And you're just gonna be chill about it, okay? Don't ask them out. Don't ask for their number. You're gonna do this about 5 times. Now that you've known her for a while, you're gonna shoot your shot. Find a way to get her number where it doesn't seem like you're getting her number because you're interested in her.
Nope. That would be a waste of time.
I got me a question for you there, darling. I mean, why do you think men are gonna take dating advice from a woman who's caking on makeup? You clearly don't know your target audience here. Especially when you're trying to lecture men who have no interest in you as a person. I mean, why in the hell should we? You're mean, you're condescending, and needlessly aggressive. Plus, your dating advice is also completely pointless. If you're with a man that you really like and you really want to date, you're going to insist on giving him your number. If a dude has to play all of these stupid games just for a shot at getting that number, then you were clearly never interested in him in the first place.
I mean, to act nonchalant for 5 meetups and then finally ask for the number, it's not a bad way to go about things. I'm not saying it's fully bad, but it also kind of just shows that they're not interested in you. Like within 5 meets that you don't see any signs that they gave us. Why would we put ourselves in the line just to be called creeps?
Just forcing him to go through all of these hoops of fire just because it amuses you. And when you pull crap like this, all you're doing is insulting us. Now, I know your brain has given up hope for the most part and is just waiting out the clock until the sweet release of death, but come on! You should know that the key to a man's interest isn't rampant insults, but then again, this is something we all learn in kindergarten, and we all know that course was just too advanced for the likes of you.
I don't know. They always talk about the stupid book about how men love bitches or something like that, and men really don't.
Just get her number, text her about the thing you were supposed to text her about, and then don't text her at all. Now you're gonna wait a few weeks. Eventually,
a few weeks?
You're gonna ask her on a date, or to hang out, or to do something super chill. On the date, don't be touching her. Don't do that. You little eager little hoe. She still thinks that, oh, I like him. He doesn't really like me that much. Like, maybe he doesn't really like me. That's how you want it. You basically want her to be questioning if you really, really like her. Once you find out that she likes you, like you're in, that's when you can start making moves. Until that moment, don't.
How are you supposed to know when that moment is?
Even think about touching her. Maybe like ever so often, you can barely touch her. But if you do anything more than that, I'm coming for you, little boy.
This is why we always say, never ask a fish to fish or to learn how to fish from a fish.
I'm not touching that with a 60-foot pole. Next caller.
Hey, woman, you do realize the only men who will fall for that garbage are the simps that you despise, right? I mean, the men you want, they're not listening to you because they know just as much as you do that the rules don't apply to him. He can break all of them because he already knows that you want him, and you'll let him because this is your umpteenth time with the type of men that you want, and you're hoping that you can do the exact same things and get a different end result. Meanwhile, the simps in your friend zone need to work for literally months on end just for the prospect of being able to brush a fingertip up against your shoulder. That's not happening, lady. It's far too much work for virtually no payoff, and it's also you can feel like you can be a puppet master. And here's the thing, you're not a puppet master. You're just another puppet in Chad's show, and we're the ones in the audience laughing at your idiocy. Because if you're gonna make a massive ass out of yourself, we might as well get 1 or 2 chuckles for the trouble. And sister, you never fail to disappoint in that department.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot more videos like that of women trying to explain to men how to get women. It's just the condescension that they're going to be having just because the only reason they're doing it is because they can't seem to get men. So they're going to try to teach men how to get women. But the way they're teaching them is just teaching men to be simps. And they're going to hate them anyway. So it's just a horrible cycle of women telling men what to do and men just screwing themselves with the advice that women give them. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.